What is up, comrades? And before this video begins, this very massive video begins, I just want to get a couple things out of the way, get a couple disclaimers out of the way, and kind of give a bit more context as to the making of this video, as well as some things that are going to be presented in it. First of all, this was a video that was supposed to come out about 3 months ago. But due to the coffin of Zera and Vixie happening, that pushed the release date of this back to fucking April, when it was supposed to be released around late December, early January. So, thanks Zera, you allowed AfroZer0 to, get away for another 3 months without this video being out. But the second and final and most important thing is, there's going to be a section later on in the video that's going to reference a comment made by the one and only Jizz Guy, aka the creator of Salvation Remake. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of controversy involving me and him, because people still to this day think that I'm the reason he was ran off the internet. But due to recent events, such as this guy himself coming out and saying that I had nothing to do with it, clarifying that, there is a comment that he makes to AfroZer0 that I do show in this video, and I just wanted to make it clear right now that this is not an attack on Jizz Guy in any way, shape, and form, but me putting this in here was more to reflect AfroZer0's response, but because I don't want there to be any sort of confusion, to make it look like, oh, he's highlighting Jizz Guy here, he's gonna set his fans to attack him or whatever. I'm saying don't do that, but also, there's no bad blood between us. I don't want to start any drama again. I know, crazy, right? I don't want to start drama. I only want to start drama with fucking AfroZer0. But, yeah, he went into my DMs a few, it was a couple months ago, and basically apologized for this comment that you're going to see here, as well as retracting his stance on this, and basically denouncing his defense of AfroZer0. So, yeah, there's no bad blood between us. I wish him nothing but the best. I just wanted to make sure there was absolutely no confusion in that regards. But, for the most part, I think everything else in this video should be fine. So, without further ado, I present to you Content Deputy AfroZer0, a video that should have came out 3 months ago, but again, due to the coffin of Zera and Vixie happening, it had to be pushed back to now. So, a lot of time went into this, so I hope you enjoy it.
What we do here is go back.
Alright. After taking out, that bitch, oh my, oh fuck. Fuck this damn place. So after taking out that bitch Monica, and, getting off scot-free from all the war crimes that I committed, we have located AfroZer0 in this hellhole right here. This shit looks straight out of, fucking Ratman, GTA 4 type shit. I mean, hey, if you were around back in the day, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We think he's somewhere in here. So, we're gonna look around, see what we can find, hopefully take his ass out once for all.
We should probably start on the lower levels if we want to look for him.
Yeah. Damn, all this Pink Panther flavor glass installation everywhere.
Savage, I think I found where he sleeps.
Oh, shit. You got a full right out and everything. Man. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend touching that anymore.
Holy crap, this floor is unstable. Not as unstable as that floor.
Yeah, you gotta watch your stuff around here.
Wait, holy crap, there's also writing on the wall.
Magna Carta. I don't know, Zero was a history buff. Ah, that and diddling kids. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What the hell is this? Guys. This is crazy. It's unbelievable. Watch us record DDLC videos every single day.
There's even sirens going around. They must be looking for this guy.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen how many kids he's been diddling? I mean, he's the founder of the diddle. Oh, fuck, I can't even finish that. Guys! It's Josh Giddey! Holy shit! Josh Giddey is Zero's favorite basketball player! It all makes sense now!
It all makes sense.
What the hell was that?
What?
You know what, Josh Giddey? I want nothing to do with you. Go diddle kids over there.
There it is again. I heard the noise again.
Oh, fuck. Guys. He's right up here. What the fuck? There's powerful diddlery at work here. Freeze! There's sort of someone up here.
What do you find, Savage?
There's a phone. It's playing an AfroZer0 video.
Getting a tad better, waking up at the right time.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
I still have to wake her.
Ugh. Like, well, fuck that shit. It's like, I'm becoming more soy by the minute. Alright. Well, this guy ain't here. Like, you heard that too, right?
Yes, I heard it.
I thought I was able to finally get this guy. How the fuck does he keep getting away? What the fuck was that?
What was that? No, I'm out.
outta here.
We're going. We're going. We're going.
Zero, you can diddle all the minors you want, bro. I ain't risking my life over here. The power of Christ compels you, Zero.
Long time. But let me go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Okay, everyone. Well, looks like Zero and Monica couldn't keep their mouths shut, so here we are. What is up, comrades, and welcome to Content Deputy. Now, I never planned on making this video originally, but the content comp was going to be... fuck the fucking hair. The content comp was going to be the only time I talked about Afro Cuck, but after his hilariously bad cope fest in response to my video, I just felt I had to dunk on him one more time just to prove that no one should take anything this guy says seriously, ever.
What do you mean, what age are we talking about here? What do you mean, buddy? We're gonna keep our children away from you, my brother, alright? Stop touching the little ones.
Let's first take a look at how Afropedo addresses the content comp publicly versus how he reacts to it privately. Yo, Zero, not to be rude or anything, I like your content, but have you seen or heard about the content comp made by Savage about you? Just wanted to let you know, I have. Yee. It's honestly just a bunch of nonsense. LOL! Thanks for enjoying my content. Yes, it was such nonsense that you and your girlfriend felt the need to block me on Twitter. But it shouldn't be taken seriously at all, right? What is there to say? Monica and I's age gap has been public knowledge for a while. A 19-year-old and a 16, soon to be 17 years old, getting into a relationship isn't illegal. And in terms of morals, everyone's moral boundaries are different. If anyone seriously thinks I'm a pedophile for getting with someone who is 3 years younger than me, then I don't care. LOL! Especially when actual pedophiles won't go for people who are that old anyways. Oh, so it ain't illegal. Well, by that logic, Camp and Carl should have his DDMC ownership reinstated because everything he did was 100% legal, as the age of consent in the Philippines at the time was 12 years old. And as Zero stated, everyone's moral boundaries are different. For Carl, his moral boundaries were apparently 15, and for Zero, it's 16. It's not our place to judge, as there's nothing wrong here according to Zero's logic. And, oh yeah, who can forget the unwritten rule of pedophilia that states that 16 is the cutoff point? 15 years, 364 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and 999 milliseconds, pedophile. 16 years exactly, perfectly a-okay. It's like, yeah, no pedo would ever go after a 16-year-old. You got me, Zero. You're more knowledgeable on the rules of pedophilia than I am. You clearly know how grooming works.
Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! It's a clown show!
So if this is how Zero addresses my video publicly by saying I didn't break the law technically, and ignoring every other point that I brought up, like, then you can imagine what he's saying behind the scenes, where he doesn't have to put up that front. Oh wait, you don't have to imagine. I got it right here. Let's take a look at Zero's true thoughts on this. Monica and I's age gap is 2.5 years. The funny thing is, that wasn't a secret. I've been pretty open about this. LOL! Also, what kind of pedophile goes after teenagers who are almost adults?
What? What the fuck?
Bro doesn't even have his labels right. LOL! Zero, I'm gonna have to ask you to please shut the hell up, as you are not helping your case at all. Your Honor, in my defense, she was almost legal. Well, I mean, almost doesn't count, Zero. Bro, I know this flew right over your head, just like everything else I said, so I'll elaborate. The problem was never the age gap. I never even tried to make that argument. The problem was that Monica was a minor, and you were an adult. And this wasn't some, like, high school scenario where you were both going to the same school. While I would still find that incredibly weird, I could at least understand a 16 to 19 relationship under that specific context. It's like Zero quite literally had zero clue who Monica was before they got together, so it leaves a lot more cause for concern. Also, since you want to be picky about labels for some god-awful reason, fine, Zero, you're an ephebophile. It doesn't change literally anything I said, but since you care so much, there you go. Wear that label with pride. I don't want to focus too much on the Afro-pedo claims because, believe it or not, that segment was just 2 minutes of an hour-and-a-half long video that was added in at the last minute, and despite what Zero claims, the information that Monica was 16 and he was 19 was not as common as he makes it out to be. I can also admit that it wasn't my strongest point, even if it's the one that I'm the most passionate about, hence why I put it at the very end. I've seen comments saying, but what if Zero dated Monica because he liked her and her age had nothing to do with it? I could pick this apart easily by stating that Zero is a Florida man and Monica was a Canadian high school student at the time. The only thing that Zero knew about her was that she was a DDLC fan who liked to pretend she was Monica for some fucking reason. and she was 16. It ain't like Zero knew Monica for like a decade and they lived in the same town. They were complete strangers that lived in different fucking countries. That's why I'm so hung up on this and why I'm willing to just spend so much time discussing it. Because even if I'm to take everything that Zero says as complete gospel and that they didn't do anything that can be seen as sexual pre-November of 2019 when Monica turned 18, the absolute best case scenario, by the way, that still makes Zero a fucking weirdo that wants to date high schoolers for some reason and that no one should want anything to do with. And worst case scenario, he's a fucking creep that no one should want anything to do with. What I just said is to set up for Zero's final line of argumentation and him trying to desperately justify dating a minor. Isn't there a Romeo and Juliet law? I need context. Oh, yeah, that exists. Why? Wait, Lamau? Is bro really trying to say I'm a pedo for being in a relationship with Monica, who was a minor?
Yeah!
When she was 16 and you were 19, yes. 16 and 19 are allowed to date. They just aren't allowed to do anything sexual until the person is of age. I started dating Monica when she was 16, turning 17 in 2 months. I doubt this has to be said, but we haven't done anything sexual either.
Get him out of here! Where's the authorities? Police! Somebody call the police!
So Romeo and Juliet laws is Zero's only real defense, and let's just say there was a reason I didn't bring it up in the content cop. Not because it would destroy my claims Ben Shapiro epic style or whatever, but because the only thing bringing it up would accomplish would be to further pad out the runtime. However, since Zero and his drones want to use this as a legitimate defense for his questionable dating choices, and to argue that I, quote, don't look up laws, let me now proceed to pull up Florida's Romeo and Juliet's for you live. Alright, so here we are on the Florida Senate page for the statute that goes over Romeo and Juliet law. So, because Zero said that we don't do any research around here, well, here we are, we're gonna go over all of this. Now, this law was created back in 2007, so it's a little outdated, but hey, it is what it is. But anyways, let's get into it, shall we? Statement of the issue. This basically is going to go over why this law was made in the first place, and basically going over what all this is going to pertain to. So it says that Florida's Romeo and Juliet law was created during the 2007 legislative session. About high school age youth being labeled as sexual offenders or sexual predators as the result of participating in a consensual sexual relationship. Yeah, the stigma and consequences, lifelong side effects, yada yada, nobody really cares. We're more concerned with why this law was put into place and what it actually pertains to. The registry provides no clear distinction between the young Romeo and Juliet sex offenders who have consensual sex and the offenders who harm children and pose a real risk to society. It's like, yeah. So, that's what this entire law looks to pretty much protect. High school age fucking people having consensual sexual relationships. That's basically what all this is about. And this law creates a mechanism for this group of offenders to file a motion or petition in state court for removal of the registration requirement if they meet certain criteria while still complying with federal law requirements set forth by the Adam Walsh Act. Because this mechanism does not conflict, federal grant money, this entire law was created for grant money. It's like, of course. Money is the root of all evil. It's like the purpose of this issue brief is to review the Romeo and Juliet law, provide data regarding the offender population using the mechanisms created in the law, and compare the law with that of several other states. And okay, now that we've gotten the brief, now we get into what the law really pertains. And this next section is about the background. And it starts off by saying this. Concerns regarding the application of the sex offender registry to Romeo and Juliet type relationships were raised by several members of the Senate Criminal Justice Committee during the 2006, we don't need that type of background. So, don't really care. Then it talks about the Adam Walsh Child Protection and Safety Act, and how basically this was the whole reason this Romeo and Juliet law was even created in the first place. It's like, and it talks about grant money and how all of that, and that's not really that important. But this next section right here is where we really start to get into what the law actually pertains, what it's actually going to enforce, and what it actually does and what it doesn't do. So it says that various states enact laws, commonly referred to as Romeo and Juliet laws, which are intended to protect the group of young sexual offenders who are relatively close to the age of their victims and engaged in consensual sex from registering as sexual offenders. Some states like Florida, which is the state that Zero lives in, mind you, have done this using a motion or petition process for registration relief. Some have provided age gap provisions, while others have gone so far as to legalize certain sexual conduct between minors and or those in close in age, to avoid not only the registration requirement but the criminal charge previously associated with the sexual conduct. It's like, so that's why that's there. Like, so far so good, right? It's like, Zero technically, it looks like Zero might have a point here. It's like, this is where it starts to get interesting. In Florida, prior to the passage of this law, if a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old were engaged in a consensual sexual relationship, the 18-year-old was subject to registration as a sexual offender and could not petition the court for removal of the requirement to register for 20 years after the completion of his or her sentence, or if adjudication was withheld 10 years after being released from all sanctions. You may have started to notice a pattern here about how this law specifically mentions the word petitioning. It's like, well, that's what brings us to this very next line. Florida's Romeo and Juliet law does not make it legal for an 18-year-old to have a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old. However, it does provide a mechanism for the offender to petition or make a motion to the court to remove the requirement to register as a sexual offender if certain criteria are met. This law does not make it legal for, let's say, a 19-year-old to have sex with a 16-year-old. Not saying that Zero has, but if he has, this law does not protect him in any way, shape, and form. The only thing the Romeo and Juliet law does in Florida is allow Zero to potentially petition the court for possible removal from the sex offender registry. Keyword there, possibly. And then it moves on to clarify even further. It says that this law provides a process allowing a motion or petition for removal of the requirement to register as a sexual offender or sexual predator for qualifying Romeo and Juliet offenders who meet specific criteria outlined in the statute. Most notably, the victim must be at least 14 years old, the offender no more than 4 years older than the victim at the time of the offense. Okay, Zero checks out. And the victim must have consented to the sexual conduct. Now, we don't know if anything happened. Now, but what I'm wanting to point out is that if Zero is going to use this as a potential excuse for any potential wrongdoing, well, you're basically skating on the thinnest sheet of ice of all fucking time, because this law does not actually make anything legal. And it goes on to clarify even further on this point. Qualifying offenses for consideration of removal or relief by the court are following the following statutes, and then just goes off the list: sexual battery, lewd or lascivious offenses committed upon or the presence of a person less than 16 years of age, yada yada, just multiple laws that you could qualify to petition the court for removal from the registry if you were getting charged with one of these crimes. This law only addresses an offender's registry requirements and does not make any of the above qualifying offenses legal. The sexual conduct associated with these offenses is still a crime in and of itself when the victim is 15 years of age or younger, even if both participants are minors and the act was consensual. For ages 16 to 17, this provides an age gap provision that allows a 16 or 17-year-old to legally consent to sexual contact with a person 16 to 23 years of age. The fact that an offender may not know the age of the victim or the victim portrayed themselves to be older cannot be used as a defense to prosecution under Section 800.04, yada yada, or Chapter 794 of the Florida Senate. However, as provided in Section yada 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 yada, these facts can be offered at sentencing as mitigation for the court's consideration. Yeah, then it's just talking about here, like, talk about granting petitions to the court. That's what basically this entire section goes over, is how, basically, quite a few petitions get filed, but not many of them actually go through. As a matter of fact, the highest percentage for any sort of circuit to actually grant a petition is the 6th Circuit in Pasco County as of July of 2011. Again, this is pretty outdated, in which the percentage was 24%, and keep in mind, they did 59 fucking petitions that were granted. That means that over 200 were filed, and that means that potentially way more were filed than this. And then it goes on to say in this section about reasons why a petition may not be granted, such as the defendant's criminal history, evidence of similar uncharged / non-arrest behavior, situation appeared to be more coercive than consensual, aka the vixen excuse, offender provided drugs or alcohol to the victim, prior warnings by parents or others to stay away from the victim, defendant had multiple charged or uncharged relationships with minors, offender targeted the underage victim on web or chat room, or the offender was in a position of authority over the victim. It's like, now these last two are the only ones that I could reasonably use against Zero in any sort of way, shape, and form. Then again, I'm not even going to sit here and speculate if Zero has even committed a fucking crime. That's not my entire point. My entire point here in going over this law is how this probably shouldn't be a law that you use to try and defend yourself, as it doesn't even make anything that you do even fucking legal. The only thing that Romeo and Juliet law in Florida actually accomplishes is to allow people within a certain age range and that meet very specific criteria to be able to petition the court to not be put on the sex offender registry. It doesn't even prevent them from being charged with a sexual crime at all. So it's like, okay, just want to make sure. Then yeah, it's just going over comparisons between other states. Yeah, we're not really worried about that. We're just focusing on Florida here. But this pretty much goes over the Florida Romeo and Juliet law. Again, this just talks about age of consent in other states. We're not worried about that. So that's basically it. Zero, I did my fucking research. There you go. Get fucking mogged, nerd. This is where I'm gonna close off talking about this here, because if I was to focus on literally everything Zero and his cult said, 95% of this video would be just this. And I don't think that's fair for me, considering I talked about way more than just that. I'll just say right now that literally nowhere in any of his responses does Zero address the multiple instances of him being a coping molding bitch. As a matter of fact, he doesn't address anything else said in the video and instead resorts to ad hominem attacks, saying that I made the video on him solely for clout. Yeah, don't take it too seriously. He's just really desperate for relevancy. Yes, the guys whose videos mine outperform 9 times out of 10, despite him having 7 times more subs than me, is the guy saying that I'm leeching off of him for clout. Pull up both our channels and compare the video views side by side, and it is clear whose career is in a better position. Zero is completely shackled, and his relevancy is totally dependent on the success of the modding side of a 6-year-old visual novel, while I can pivot to whatever community I want, whenever I want. Zero is the last person who should be talking about clout and relevancy, considering his relevancy dried up about 3 years ago. Yeah, for a video about me, he sure does attack people who aren't me a lot. Almost as if he has no actual points to make about me. Zero, are you fucking retarded? This is incredibly interesting, as one of my biggest points against Zero is that he doesn't do any research on the topics he discusses and just spits out regurgitated opinions. In order for Zero to know I talked about other people besides him, he would have had to at least be knowledgeable of those parts of the video. However, saying that I, quote, had no points about him is just completely false. I called your content lazy and bottom of the barrel, which it is. I called you out for using your fans to help create sections of vigilante. There is numerous ill-informed takes you've had, as well as numerous comical outbursts you've had because someone dared to show an ounce of criticism towards you. There's also the gatekeeping of the Vigilante soundtrack despite none of the songs being yours, but that's one of the points I'll touch on in a minute. For Zero to say this implies that he didn't watch it, but I'd like to personally subscribe to the theory that Zero's ego is just so massive that he can't possibly comprehend himself being in the wrong on anything, so he just ignores it like it all didn't exist. But to get back on track, I know this is going to come off as a massive shocker to you, Zero, but I can bring up other people in a video about you, because it was all relevant to you in some way, shape, and form. I'm not gonna go over every instance because that would be redundant, but for example, the game show segment was meant to highlight how DDMC are willing to overlook all the slurs in your server while crucifying me to the cross for doing the same thing, pointing out their hypocrisy while giving further strength to my main point of this segment, that being you being the DDMC's poster child and you getting the role due to your willingness to go along with anything they say and do. You know what, speaking of DDMC, let's check in on them and see their responses, because oh boy, Zero says some interesting things there. It's talking about Savage? In that case, I wouldn't be overly concerned. At best, he just twists narratives extremely far to paint a picture he wants to paint. Worst, it's just an absolute lie. This is something you'll see from all the moderators if you were to ever look into this community. They like to make a lot of claims about me, such as in this case, I'm a liar that cannot be trusted. Ironically enough, this is the same claim I made about Rose in regards to the exposés she made about me, TRM, and even worse, for Illy. The difference is that I actually provided evidence for my claims, unlike them. I wouldn't be overly concerned about any of the video, and yes, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I know the context, so be aware that Savage has left out an absolute fuck ton of context like he does with every video. Well, hey Luma, nice to know that you watch every single video I ever upload, but for a minute, I would like you to please provide evidence that I, quote, left out a fuck ton of context, and that I do that in, quote, every video. The closest you have to come to arguing this for the content cop is that I didn't include the information that Zero and the coder for branching past, quote, hash things out in DMs shortly after this. My reasoning for not including this is that it didn't change literally anything that I was saying. To call what Zero did a massive overreaction would be the understatement of all understatements. He publicly tried to smear the reputation of an entire mod because of a 140 view video in which one guy on the team called his mod mid. Sure, he apologized this one time, but what about the other examples I highlighted? He didn't apologize for either of those instances and instead just coped and seized some more. The only thing this proves is that Zero has the capability of understanding the error of his ways, but 9 times out of 10 chooses not to. Yep. It's about the content cop and the Salvation remake stream, where the whole, quote, 3 years of development was a waste of time came from. So, Mr. DDLC Tuber Leafy Edition was lying? Of fucking course he was! This is gonna be a small tangent, but don't worry, I'll keep it quick. I just find it funny how Luma and Headlocker here are saying that I'm a liar that cannot be trusted when Headlocker just provably lied about where the quote waste of time comment just came from. For context of what I'm talking about, go watch my video going over the Jizz guy deleting Salvation remake, because that comment was what was used to blame me for him deleting his own mod. What's funny about this is that Headlocker himself, the day prior to this conversation, provided the screenshot of the comment in which 5 minutes of research was able to find out it was under a Canemonger video, days before my stream. Again, just further proof that these guys cannot be trusted on their word alone. Anyways, tangent over. Back to Zero brain rot. I would like to know which particular claims are false and which are misleading. For example, I already know that the soundtrack is from a free cover rather than stolen. No, I never claimed Zero stole the songs that are used in the Vigilante soundtrack, because he does in fact credit the artist in the end credits. I stated and showed that someone reached out to Zero to ask permission to use some of the tracks used in Vigilante, and Zero said, and I quote, "I'd prefer if you didn't, just because the music is a very big identity of the mod." This would imply to someone who doesn't know better that Zero owns the music in some way, shape, and form, when in reality, he has exactly zero rights to dictate how it's used in any way because he doesn't own it. If this person knew that Zero didn't have any ownership over the songs, then they wouldn't have reached out to him in the first place. At no point does Zero try to clear up any potential confusion, and instead just speaks as if he owns it. If Zero had said, "Hey, the music is not owned by me, they're free covers that are up on YouTube right now, as long as you credit the creator, you're free to use any track you want," then we wouldn't be having this discussion. It wouldn't have been included. So no, he didn't steal the tracks, but he might as well have if he's going to get pissy about how other people use music that isn't even his. I also find the accusation that I'm the reason his channel didn't blow up to be very disturbing. I mean, I knew the guy had an ego, but gosh dang. My favorite part of the video, by the way.
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
I'm glad that was your favorite part, because it never happened. Nowhere throughout the video do I even come close to saying anything like this, and I'm actually genuinely confused how he even came to this. Alright, so here I am once again, and I pulled up the script for the AfroZer0 content comp. This is pretty much everything that I said, pretty much word for word, bar for bar. Now, let's look up the word channel and see if what Zero said has literally any sort of credence whatsoever. As you can see, there is 9 instances of the word channel that was said, so let's go through all of them right now. Okay, this is just me talking about the beginning, you know, the type of people I've covered on my channel. This has nothing to do with Zero. Then these 3 examples are literally just talking about Zero's channel in his early days and how he came to be. This has nothing to do with the claims that Zero made. Okay. Alright, so then we got the next 4 examples. Okay. This says that, yeah, Zero would pivot from being a YouTuber to becoming a Twitch streamer, turn his channel into a content aggregate for his streams. True, true. It's like, he would fully commit to the pivot in November of 2019, and since then the YouTube channel has taken a hit. This is literally the only line that I can possibly fathom that Zero would ever come to the conclusion that I was talking about my channel and how, like his channel made my channel suffer or something. How he made my channel suffer. I legitimately don't fucking understand it to this day. But even if that were the case, immediately what I said after that completely, discredits this entire argument. It says, actually, what am I even saying? The AfroZer0 YouTube channel is as dead as a Ukrainian farmer in the 1930s. I mean, when channels with 8 times fewer subs than him are growing at a faster rate, I think it's safe to say that Zero has continuously shot himself in the foot with this. I think it's safe to say that with the context clues provided, that there is no fucking way that I was talking about my YouTube channel here. I was completely talking about Zero and how his decisions has negatively affected his channel. Which is true. Literally just go look at the fucking analytics. It's right fucking there. He struggles to get 2,000 views. He literally has to rely on if a big mod has released or not. But of course we got like one more example, I think. Yeah, and it's just down here, and it's talking about the branching paths coder uploading, Vigilante videos to his channel. again, nothing to do with Zero. So that's every single example of the word channel that was in my script, in my video. So, yeah, the only conclusion I can come up with is that Zero's an actual retard. So, I guess I'll take it back to past Savage. If you were ever looking for an example of AfroZer0 brain rot so that way you wouldn't have to listen to his god-awful takes, this is it. Zero is so unironically stupid that he doesn't understand what I'm even saying and is just putting words in my mouth because of said ignorance. I guess there's a reason he chose to be a gaming YouTuber, because he literally has no other meaningful skills in life. If anyone's opinion gets changed over a video and can't make their own opinions for themselves, then there's not much that can be done. Well, you heard it here first, folks. If I did my job well enough to the point where you were convinced to change your opinion on AfroZer0, according to him, you just simply can't think for yourself, and you're just damaged goods. If you ain't unequivocally stroking his massive ego, then you are just a bumbling idiot that means nothing to him. I pointed out a few examples of Zero being a passive-aggressive bitch in my content comp, and this is just another example of it. I just find it funny that the same guy who says I have a massive ego is the same who surrounds himself with people who worship him, and when you don't do that, he will just tell you to fuck off. Oh yeah, before I forget, how could I almost forget about Jizz Guy telling AfroZer0 that he should sue me? Is Zero actually entertaining the idea? Oh, you got content caught by that guy? I feel like if it's ever something serious, you can always sue for slander. I could, but the pedo accusation is so ridiculous. I don't even think it's worth it. Anyone with a brain can see how dumb it is. LOL! All I know is if it ever starts affecting, like, your life and shit, yeah, I'd get a lawyer. Usually people shut the fuck up when you do that. Yeah, if it ever gets big enough, I definitely will. Thanks, Jizz.
Will you ignorant niggas please shut the hell?
Well, you heard it here first again, folks. If you dare to call out AfroZer0 on anything and it ends up damaging his career, he will consider pulling an Illuminati and suing you. This guy says here that people usually shut up when sued, which is true, but I'm here to tell you that that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go into detail about how it will go down. I wanted to hit Zero in real time just how horrible of a decision it was for him to make. But honestly, I don't expect anything because he's too much of a fucking pussy to do it. But to move on from that, here's the last thing I want to highlight from Zero's numerous comments he made behind the scenes. Probably just resort to petty insults like he did to Monica in the video that was supposed to be about me. LOL! Oh, how dare I insult your precious Canadian queen Monica in a content cop, even though she's an integral part of your brand. I forgot that I'm supposed to put you in bed, pull the covers over you, get you a nice warm glass of milk, and read you a bedtime story. Actually, as a matter of fact, fuck it. Zero, get comfortable because I'm about to read you the greatest bedtime story you've ever heard. It was a chilly winter evening. It was also a very special night as the Afro-Cuck and the Monikunt, after having a long-distance relationship for the last 10 years, had finally met up in person. The two had booked a hotel room to stay in for the weekend, and were having a swell time. It was during this evening that Afro-Cuck would realize that he had lost his limited edition copy of Persona 5 Royal for the Nintendo Switch, and would storm off, leaving Monikunt alone to search for his most valuable possession. Monikunt, sad and depressed that her man, that she had flown down from Canada using her e-begging money that she worked very hard for, valued a fucking video game more than her. To pass the time, she would pull out a Nintendo Switch of her own to play Persona 5 Tactica because she's got the personality of wet cardboard and wishes she was a high schooler again. A time where Afro-Cuck actually loved her over everything. At least that's what she tells herself. 5 minutes would pass and Afro-Cuck still hadn't returned to the room. It's at this time that the door to the room slowly opens. "Oh, Afro-Cuck, you're back," Monikunt says. However, When she looks up from the Nintendo Switch, the man she sees standing at the door is not Afro Cuck. Instead, a big, brolic figure standing at 6'6" with over 250 pounds of pure muscle closes the door to the room and slowly starts moving his way towards Monikunt. She would look down and realize that this god-sent Adonis was completely naked, with a phallus that makes even the biggest of dildos look like twigs in comparison. With each step forward, the big, brolic black man's meat would clap in betwixt his thighs as if to forewarn of Monikunt's inevitable fate. But instead of fear or terror, Monikunt's only feeling in this moment was that of excitement. Excitement at the thought of someone finally being able to satisfy her. 5 minutes would pass and the Afro Cuck had finally found his copy of Persona 5 Royal with the Nijima 6 mod installed and would make his way back to the hotel room to finally be with his IRL waifu. Upon returning to the room, he could hear muffled moans and the sound of clapping coming from inside. "Oh no, my queen is in danger," Afro Cuck thought, as he would tuck his Switch away and prepare his 5'7" frame for combat against the intruder. Afro Cuck had never thrown a punch before in his entire life, and had no idea of what was to come to him once he opens the door. Afro Cuck slowly and gently opens the door, and the sight that beholds him is absolutely shocking. The big and brolic 6'6" gentleman has Monikunt on all fours on the hotel bed with the bedsheets over her head, repeatedly giving her the most massive backshots known to man. The man would notice Afro Cuck standing by the door and would proceed to stare into his soul while stretching Monikunt's castle walls to unseen proportions. Afro Cuck can't even move. Blood is just frozen in place like a deer in headlights as his girlfriend is getting her organs rearranged by a big brolic black dude. With each thrust, a wave of pure ecstasy is coursed through Monikunt's body, as there's no longer any awareness of the world around her, just that of the world currently inside of her. The man would speed up his pace, all while continuing to look into the shattered soul that was once the human being known as Afro Cuck. Monikunt would reciprocate, and in one final push, the man would release his seed into Monikunt's fertile garden. She would collapse onto the bed in pure exhaustion, and in an act similar to an artist signing their art, the man would turn Monikunt over, and with the little that was left in the tank, sign his work all across Monikunt's bare chest. When the man was done, he got up, grabbed a nearby towel, wrapped it around his waist, then proceeded to go over to the stunned and destroyed Afro Cuck, put his hand on his shoulder, reached down, and whispered into his ear, "She's all yours now, champ," and walked out the door, never to be seen again. And like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lolcows. Oh yeah, I guess since we're on the topic of Monika, let's talk about her.
Dying inside, and all I see are demons.
Now this is why I like talking about AfroZer0. I get the opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone every single time, and let's just say that unlike last time, Monika's actually earned her way into this video. You may be wondering, what has Monika done in between the content cop and now to warrant bringing her back up again? Well, dear viewer, it all begins in the same place most conflicts begin. On Twitter. I would catch wind of a tweet that Monika sent on November 16th that, I kid you not, had me on the floor laughing when I first saw it. Hello everyone. I am requesting your help. I want to visit my friends this summer, but if I wait too long, the tickets might become too expensive. Oh, the horror.
It sounds like someone posting cringe.
If I buy them soon, I could get away with cheaper prices. So if you want to help me, please consider either commissioning me or supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much if you decide to help.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
I bet you didn't have Zero's girlfriend e-begging for frivolous shit on the internet on your bingo cards. Imagine having the gall as the quote girlfriend of a guy who makes enough money to where he doesn't need to get a real job, to then turn around to the simps that follow you and beg them for money for something you do not need. Something that you could easily afford by simply getting a job. You know, that thing that normal people do when they need money. So, because I felt bad for Monica not being able to fly down to Texas this summer, I decided to give her the same advice. Have you ever considered getting a job to fund your vacations instead of begging strangers over the internet? I thought the Zero sugar daddy money would have been enough for you.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
Now, this is a completely fair statement to make. If Monica needs money, then the two logical ways to go about it is either to get a job or ask her fucking boyfriend for it. That second option would sound reasonable until you realize they've been dating for 5 years and can't even decide on whether or not to live in the same country. So that just leaves getting a job as Monica's only choice. How would she respond to this? Well... You are pathetic! Find something better to do with your time. A hobby, perhaps? What do you mean, Monica? This is my hobby. I get to make fun of people like your fucking boyfriend.
And then Yuri was... Wait, I didn't see... I actually know Yuri was the I wasn't interested in. Sayori was the... I didn't even see her as an option.
Fuck out of here, nigga! Alright. What the fuck wrong with you, boy?
Yuri was the... I'm never a big fan of the shy girl archetype. I still am not a big fan of the shy girl archetype.
What the fuck are you yapping about, bro?
I thought you were gonna tell me like Sayori is your favorite. I was like, what?
No.
You never told me this. And I was like, oh yeah.
You think I'm fucking crazy?
Yeah. Sayori's love interest. Sayori love interest because I'm sick of the childhood friend getting screwed over. The childhood friend typically is always a route though in a lot of visual dating sims though. The childhood friend is like the trope of like that you typically always end up with. I think if anything, that's will this be posted to YouTube? Yeah, sure. Why not? It just will be like a weird
for people
Z-cast.
who want to watch it.
For people who just want to listen to me ramble about DDLC with chat.
Truly, there is no good here.
And get paid to do it. The reason this is my hobby and not my job is because I have an actual job. I guarantee you, Monica, that you can get a part-time job. You can still have time for the 5 commissions per month that you get because I've been doing the same thing the entire time with this YouTube shit, and I know for a fact I put in a lot more effort than your fucking drawing. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You're a young 22-year-old Canadian socialite who can't be bothered to do any actual labor. So, to accommodate for this, I've devised a scheme for you to be able to get the money to get the plane tickets to go see Requise. First, you start working at the bank. You go there every single day, do the work, gain their trust, and over this time, they'll deposit the money in your bank account. Week after week, month after month, year after year. They're not even gonna know they're being robbed. And then, after 20 to 30 years, you'll walk out the front door as if nothing even happened.
Mother, that's called a job!
The crazy part about this isn't the only time she's tried e-begging her simps for commissions and donations. 2 months prior to this, she was begging for donations so that she, I kid you not, wouldn't be homeless. Hello, I am in desperate need of help. We have just moved into a new house and the realtor has breached our contract and refused to give us the money to pay our rent. Wait, we? Who the hell is we? Holy shit, it's actually true. The we is Requise. Zero, you've been getting cucked this entire time. If we don't pay the landlord, we will be evicted and have nowhere to live. In short, we need $2,000 desperately, or we will be homeless. I'm so sorry to be asking this out of the blue, but please consider donating to my PayPal link, because without this, we will be homeless. Please, if you can, help us. Again, our realtor has breached our contract, and we need at least $1,000 by the end of the day, or we will not have a place to live. I'm so sorry to be here basically begging, but I don't want to be homeless because someone else fucked us over. Thank you so much for your time. Important update. Things are moving very quickly, so now I'm only in need of $1,000 because the landlord has given us a bit of time to be able to get the money. It's not so much of a rush anymore, but please, if you can, donate a small bit to help us out. We really got fucked. Final update. We've told the landlord our situation and he extended the payment period till Tuesday. Thank you to everyone who donated. We will be able to afford food until then. I really appreciate all who helped us out. Okay, I have several questions. First of all, how long have you and Requise been fucking up in Canada? Like, bro, I mean, I was joking. I didn't think you were actually being serious. But second, what the hell happened to Zero? Like, actually, does he just not exist or something? Cause what the hell is going on with that? I would have thought that your, quote, super cute and supportive and amazing boyfriend would be supportive enough of you to buy a $300 plane ticket instead of having you go homeless. Who would have thought that after 5 years, that if this relationship that you flaunt to the entire world was actually serious, that this would have already happened? You would have probably moved in with him or vice versa. But I guess not. Instead, Zero would rather you beg to strangers for rent money instead of paying that $300, at most $500, to have you come live with him and have a 2-income household, which would make the most logical fucking sense. Again, there's no legitimate reason as to why you wouldn't choose to do that unless you both have ailing mothers that you can't possibly leave their side for the last 5 years. Unless, of course, it ain't real. I'm sure AfroZer0 has the money to do it because I have the money to do it. And I'm confident that Zero makes more money than me overall. Because again, he makes enough money to where he doesn't have to get an actual job. So, what's the excuse gonna be? Because from where I'm standing, there is none. Alright. When you love someone, and I mean you truly love them, unequivocally, you would, generally speaking, you would do fucking anything for them. I'm no longer speaking as Savage Central, the fucking YouTuber personality, but instead as Savage Central, the human being. I'm just telling you right now, that shit would fucking eat me up at night. It would eat me alive, knowing that something like that was fucking happening to someone I love, and I could have prevented it. I mean, for fuck's sake, she had to go and beg for commission so that way she could afford her fucking medicine. You couldn't do anything about that, Zero?
Nope.
Like, what the fuck? If I were you, I would be looking myself in the mirror, screaming to myself how much of a fucking failure I am. For shit like this to happen multiple times in the same year proves to me I was right about you, Zero. You're fake as fuck. You are an insecure, immature man-child who in 5 years is still stuck in 2018. You built an entire brand around the idea of a loving and caring relationship between two quirky and wholesome individuals to appeal to the widest mass of people who don't know any better. But when push comes to shove, Zero will sit there with his thumbs up his own ass and do absolutely nothing. Oh, Monica desperately needs money for her own fucking medicine? Oh, Monica's about to go homeless?
Fuck out of here, nigga! Alright. What the fuck wrong with you?
I know the worst part about all this. I think that they genuinely have gaslit themselves into believing that they're for real. But in reality, there's nothing here. As, putting all the jokes aside, Monica, if I were you, I know I taking a lot of jabs at you. But putting all that aside, if I were in your shoes, I would have left this guy when was too much of a cheap son of a bitch that he wouldn't even hand you a couple $100 for some motherfucking medicine. And when you eventually did raise the money for it, he had the fucking gall to respond with a shitty fucking pipkin meme.
We truly live in a society.
You deserve better than that, and I know it. Now, I'm not you, and I can't tell you what to do, and if you're fine with that, then more power to you. If you want to continue running on this hamster wheel for another 5 years, then go right ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. But that doesn't change the fact that no one should want to be with a lazy fucking son of a bitch like AfroZer0. A relationship built on nothing, sustained by nothing, will eventually dissolve into nothing. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe I'm just very fucking biased against AfroZer0 and think that him doing this is, fucking terrible. And if I am, I'll take my fucking L. But at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. In 5 years, they've been together, and nothing has changed since day one. The only thing that's changed is that they've gotten older. I kid you not, when I say that as of the writing of this script, my opinion of Zero has evolved from him just simply being a bumbling idiot who can't handle criticism and is a spineless bitch to he's a genuine piece of shit, and I'm actively preying on his downfall. The reason I've harped on this for so long is because, well, first of all, it genuinely pisses me off, but second of all, it further reaffirms my main argument against Zero. That being that the AfroZer0 you see, when the cameras go live, the lights are shining on him, is in direct contrast to the AfroZer0 that there really is. The AfroZer0 behind the scenes. The AfroZer0 that I've highlighted to you. He's fucking corporate. He's a fucking fake-ass piece of shit. And I can see right through it. He's lying to you, he's lying to me, and hell, he's probably even lying to himself. However, I've seen this song and dance play out before, and you can't fool me. Just like your fake-ass relationship, Zero, the AfroZer0 name means nothing. It was built on nothing, sustained by nothing, and will eventually come tumbling down into nothing. And when that day comes, when your former empire comes tumbling down and the lights shut off for the final time, you'll be left with the harsh reality that despite whatever thoughts you conjured up in your head, that at the end of the day, you were always nothing. This has been Content Deputy AfroZer0. Let me get the fuck out of here before I punch a wall.
My name is Zach Bagans. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one. So I set out on a quest to capture what I once saw onto video. Is there anybody here? With no big camera crews following us around, I am joined only by my fellow investigator Nick Groff and our equipment tech Aaron Goodman. The three of us will travel to some of the most highly active paranormal locations where we will spend an entire night being locked down from dusk until dawn. If this is the portal of hell, why don't you come up out of that ground and get us? Raw. Extreme. Stop running! These are our ghost adventures.
Alright, welcome back to Ghost Hunters, everyone. Now, we're in the house of the supposedly Yuri Jackson or some weird-ass motherfucker that's been haunting this place. There's some weird shit that's been apparently happening over here. We've been talking to this content cop guy around here, and he said that he saw the ghost of this weird-ass motherfucker named Yuri Jackson. Supposedly, what happened here is that there was like a massive house fire that destroyed this entire place. And a bunch of hobos and stuff have been living around here, and apparently there was this one that was named Yuri Jackson. And let's just say they did some very sus things, as well as there's been rumors of pedophiles running around here. This is apparently supposed to be the little St. James for people that have absolutely no money and no life and no bitches. But anyways, this Yuri Jackson fellow is apparently working with this guy named AfroZer0, who apparently has been finding these high schoolers and risen them up when he himself is an adult. I don't know why the hell that these two have been working together, but apparently this guy found a rat here one time and filmed himself eating it. I know, some very fucked up shit. But apparently, he died on this premises, and there's been hauntings and sightings of the supposed ghost of this insane schizophrenic running around here, tormenting the random hobos that decide to sleep here whenever the pedophile child ring ain't in operation. So, today we're here to find out proof of that. We gotta catch lolcows, right? Apparently this guy's a lolcow, and I have brought with me various items that are good for catching lolcows. These items strike fear in the heart of a lolcow. It's like physical activity, organized religion, a job application. These things strike fear in the heart of the lolcow. Oh, how can I forget? Common sense. You may be wondering why I'm not pulling anything out of the bag. Common sense ain't a tangible thing. It's either you either have it or you don't. These people don't. It's like, but if you may excuse me, hold up. Since this place is very haunted and full of nails and shit, and I don't feel like, you know, going to the hospital or anything. I don't need a tetanus shot. I'm coming strapped today. We repping the Dallas Cowboys here tonight on Ghost Hunters. Like, hey, we may have gotten bailed out by the refs last week, but hey, we gone to the Super Bowl.
That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself!
Hey, what the fuck? You think I'm Patrick Mahomes still?
All right, you hold the camera. You got the EMF reader?
Yeah, I got it on me.
It's like, all right. It's like, all right, so there was two areas in this house that had paranormal activity, right in that room over there and right up here in the attic. So we're gonna go and check the whole downstairs area first, or what was once a downstairs area. I'm just saying, the Pink Panther would love all this fiberglass insulation everywhere. All right, there's definitely been movement over here. As we said, there's hobos everywhere. Oh, you see that? Holy shit, there's activity around here. It's very faint. It's very faint, but we're picking up something. I'm not sure if that's coming in this room over here or if it's picking up from upstairs, because we are definitely ghost experts and we're not a bunch of frauds. There is definitely paranormal activity in this house, and we're not just faking all this shit. Oh, we got another blip over here. It's faint, but it's definitely something. I think it's actually gonna be coming from upstairs.
That is where we saw the ghost last.
Yeah. Wait. It's like
me and the content deputy.
I'm about to say, I was not a part of this. This is my very first time being in this house.
Yeah, I work multiple jobs.
It's like, yeah. It's like, Just like Monica's gonna have to be working multiple jobs in order to not be homeless. Oh, got another blip right there. Okay, so we're not picking up anything over here. I feel like it's best to now go and check out the upstairs area. Because that's what we know for sure that with paranormal activity. Trademarked. Oh, shit. Damn, I don't get paid enough for this.
I heard some rumbling happen upstairs.
Oh, shit. This may be finally our lucky break. I could sell this off to, some dumbass television network. Make millions. I won't have to work another day in my life.
Yeah, this is the place where me and the content deputy,
oh, shit. She's going off.
Yeah, this is where we saw the ghost last, over here.
There's powerful old country at work here. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a camera here, and we're going to observe. We're gonna see if we can catch this thing. Okay, good. We're gonna see if we can catch this thing live. This will be an amazing breakthrough in paranormal studies if we're able to catch the ghost of Yuri Jackson live. So, shit, I left the tripod down there. All right, so we got the tripod in hand now. We're gonna place this angled right at this opening right here in the roof. And we're gonna see if we can catch Yuri Jackson going by in any way, shape, and form. All right, so we've been recording for about 30 minutes now, and we still haven't gotten any action of you.
What was that?
What the hell was that?
You saw that, right?
It's like I saw it on the camera.
There's definitely some paranormal activity here.
Holy shit, guys. We found Yuri Jackson. We're gonna be millionaires. Got an actual ghost sighting. Like, now get that spirit box thingamajigga thing and ding 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 and go see what he's saying.
All right, give me a second. So again, just ask me questions and I will try to respond back with whatever comes.
All right, you got the thing working?
I heard you found me.
All right, ask him. Is this in fact the ghost of Yuri Jackson?
Hi. Am I speaking to Yuri Jackson? I got a yes.
Holy shit! We'll be rich!
Hi Yuri. I don't know if you know me, but my name is Crispy. I'm the art slave that Savage keeps telling you about. Why are you here? Here. Reason. Why? I got here, reason, and why.
Ah, no, Jackson's going schizo again.
No, I'm asking why you're here, Jackson. Turn back. I'm afraid we can't do that, Jackson. We need answers.
Yeah, but we need content, bro.
Found you. 0.
Holy shit. Well, AfroZer0 was in fact here. It's like, well, this fucking proves it.
We're trapped.
Ask him if there's a child pedophile sex ring going through this house.
Mute. Is there a freaking pedophile running through this house? Can agree. Escape. Locked. Wow, he called me a cunt!
Oh my god!
Oh, fuck!
Damn!
You.
You're getting flamed by Yuri Jackson!
Fuck you, at least I don't freaking cut myself and drink my own piss.
Like, say, you know what? Fuck it. Let me have a shot at this.
Okay.
This is history right here. Alright, Jackson. What is your opinion of Rosalind Crothers? T-R-O-O-N. Whoa! Jackson! I didn't know you were transphobic. I thought you were trans.
Yeah, didn't you go by Yuri Jekalina at one point?
Fuck those Whoa! We're gonna cut all this.
About to say, we're probably gonna have to. Yeah.
It's like, damn.
That was sick. About to say, it likes you less than it likes me.
I was like, damn, that's crazy. Alright, so, Jackson, you can confirm that AfroZer0 has in fact been running a child pedophile sex ring through this house. He said yes! He said yes! Holy shit! What's that? Run now.
Run again? It said turn back a few seconds ago.
Why should you bitch ass up? I ain't running anywhere, fuck you.
Not like I can run, I'm wearing combat boots.
Alright, so we were able to get into contact with the spirit of Yuri Jackson somehow. And they were able to confirm that there is in fact a child pedophile sex ring being ran by the famous DDLC YouTuber AfroCuck running through here. So, they also told us to run back now, but you really think we're one for running back? It's like, we're gonna stay in here until we can get definitive proof of the fact that there is in fact a ghost here. It's like, besides just some words coming out of a box and everything. I want to be able to talk to this motherfucker.
Fuck my ass! Fuck my ass! Go fuck my ass!
What the behind you?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
What do you mean? Yes!
Holy shit! Is this for real? I don't know what the fuck to do. It's like, Jackson.
Do we approach?
Don't do. Stay back.
Okay.
Jackson. Don't do anything rash now.
Go kill yourself, you Dallas cowboy loving twink.
Oh, what the fuck do you mean, bro? Okay, so Jackson, now that you've officially appeared in front of us, you're making us millionaires. What the fuck happened here?
So after faking my death via immolation, I was contacted by the one and only AfroCuck to help with setting up his utopia, better known as Little St. James. Not knowing what that was, I accepted since I saw this as my chance to establish my rule over this world with my purple-haired goddess Yuri. But AfroCuck would find out about what I was planning, and one night would kidnap me and take me to his rape shed. But it wasn't him that did the raping, it was a tall, muscular black man that would carry out the deed, while AfroCuck watched in the background with excitement. The experience would end with me succumbing to internal bleeding and dying shortly after. Afterwards, AfroCuck would order that my body was to be dumped in the basement of this house, and that's why I've been haunting this place ever since.
Well, damn. That's fucking crazy, man. Look, we're here to try and put your soul to rest, alright? And, it's like, you got anything for him?
I mean, I have freaking Monica's dead body from when we, beat her up last time. I still have that with me. You also still have the freaking baseball cards that you have.
Oh yeah, that's right. Although I don't know how much Jackson would like that.
Let's just give them both. More merrier.
Alright, Jackson. Since I know you worked with Afro Pedo, I brought you something. Look. Josh Giddey rookie card and Wander Franco rookie card. It's like, who can say no to these?
Fuck Josh Giddey. All my homies hate Josh Giddey.
Wait, hey. It's like,
I'll say, Jackson, perhaps you might want a little something more personal? I'd be more than willing to give it to you.
It's like, will this put your soul to rest?
Fuck out of here with that shit.
What do you mean no?
What more do you want?
It's not Yuri, you dumb broad.
Oh, it ain't Yuri.
It ain't Yuri.
It ain't Yuri.
It ain't Yuri.
So what am I supposed to do with this then?
Crucify that bitch.
Crucify it? Actually, that's a good idea. Should we crucify it?
I mean, there's plenty of sticks around here, and I did bring some rope, so I guess we can make a cross.
Whatever, we can do that on our own time. Well, I'm sorry, Jackson. You leave me no other choice.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you gonna... Oh, that's a Bible.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, forever believes in him.
Oh, fuck you, you hillbilly redneck piece of shit. I'll have you know that I'm a god amongst men. Me and my queen Yuri will take over this world and fuck your virgin asshole to oblivion. You will not have the final laugh. I am him.
I think we did it. We freed the spirit of Yuri Jackson. What the hell is that?
Oh, it's a letter?
Fuck. Try not to hit.
Read it out.
So you defeated Yuri Jackson, I see. But it's already too late. I'm already on the first flight to Little St. James with Dirt Thief Zera and the Millville Army in tow. We have over 9,000 penises, and we're going to rizz up all the miners around the world, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. We are one. We will rise, 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 and we will riz all the miners sticking out their Ohio gas for us Rizzlers. Skibbity, my friend. Now, if you may excuse me, there's a very hot 16-year-old with mental issues to exploit and a massive yacht just in front of me. You've already lost, so don't try and stop the inevitable. Signed, Afro Cuck.
The paper doesn't indeed say Afro Cuck, except this camera will not make it appear because of how light it is. There we go. It does indeed say Afro Cuck.
Well. This was a ploy by Afro Cuck the entire time. The ghost of Yuri Jackson was just a decoy for his ultimate plan of world domination and minor diddlecation.
What do we do now?
The only thing we can do. We need to stop Afro Cuck, Zera, Dirt Thief, and the entire Millville Army from taking over the world. The queer must be stopped at all costs. Afro Cuck, you may have won this battle, but you're never gonna win the war. I will stop at nothing to stop you from rizzing up all those high schoolers. Mark my words.
Well, looks like Savage was able to put to rest the soul of Yuri Jackson. The only question that remains is, what's next? Will AfroZer0 actually think before saying something retarded? Will Dirt Thief ever stop trying to groom children? Will my Pookie Bear Luca win MVP? Find out next time on Content Cop Z.